Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, if you remember at the end of the last episode, I said this month rather, was going to be a tough one, but one I felt we could really come through with flying colours. It appears those flying colours were, we crashed on landing. I mean, Jesus. Oh, it's been a really rough month. I mean, it's all started to go wrong halfway through this game, basically. I know we lost the game against Mansfield, but against Crawley Town, I really wanted to pick things back up again, and we really did that early on so well. We had, again, injuries, which is, again, why Monty George had to play this one, because Alex Bass got injured in an under-21 game, he was injured again, basically, and not match fit, and I couldn't play him. It wouldn't let me. So Monty George had to start in goal for us. We started off really well. Joe Wright had to start this game due to I'll tell you what was wrong with this one. International problems. So we have a lot of players that are playing for sort of the England, Wales and Ireland as well, under 21s and under 19 sides, and usually they give you a postponement if there's a load of international commitments, but yeah, no, none this time, and we literally lost. So Watmore gone, Nichols gone, Griffiths gone, McAvoy gone. There was actually quite a large amount of players that we didn't have available that I would have really liked to have had available for this one, which meant, of course, Bartram played and Joe Wright got his first start for us, and he's not a good player yet. He's got a lot of potential, but he's not a good player yet. He scored on 6 minutes, though, and made me think, well, maybe he is a very good player. And then when Sam Mantom's penalty on 34 minutes was converted, I thought, right, same old, let's keep this going. Joe Wright was injured on the stroke of half-time, which did not help things at all, but in the second half, goals from Steve Morrison and Gary O'Neill pegged us back, and no matter what we did, we could not get back into the lead. And it was disappointing, because Crawley weren't that great, and we should have beaten them. Last year we beat them, comfortably, in fact, if I recall. So it was a bit disappointing to get a result like that. In the next game, we had... Big scores are back, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is just a blip. Although we have still been seeing quite a few goals in games, but not quite to this extent. This was an unbelievable game. So, Scott Cashkent put Leyton Orient in front early on. Very early on. Jed Wallace then was able to equalise for us, which was great. Then on 21 minutes, Hector Bellerin, who I assume is on loan from Arsenal, although I'm pretty certain he was on loan from Arsenal last year as well. Yeah. Obviously, it was like a 2-year loan deal. I'm surprised that Leyton Orient had been able to... I couldn't get him last year, but then I guess Leyton Orient got a bit more pull at the moment. Unfortunately, right after half... No, of course, what we're talking about. Nathan Ecclestone equalised for us. Now, I put Ecclestone in here just to give Marcus a bit of a rest. And frankly, when you look at the amount of shots and on targets we had, we were very good in this game. And then straight after half-time, Cashkent put them back. No, what we're talking about, I keep looking at the wrong one. It's so many goals in this game, it's hard to keep track of everything. Manto actually put us in front, and we were 3-2 up at half-time, a little bit maybe against the run of play at that point. Second half, though, we were a lot better than them. We really turned the screw in the second half, which was why it was really disappointing when, Cashkent equalised for them just after half-time, and it was really against the run of play then as well, but then we just really started to turn the screw on them a little bit. And that was when, in the 69th minute, 20 minutes to go, 4-3 to Pompey, and we were really battering down the hatches at this point. I did try to sort of shut up shop a little bit, but we didn't do anything too. We just dropped a little bit deeper. Unfortunately, Luigi Bruins and then Hector Bellerin again were able to score and win the game 5-4 to Leyton Orient. Oh, it was utterly awful. We were the better side. They were decent, but we were better, and we should have won that game. They had 2 clear-cut chances, managed to score 5 goals. I've got to say, a couple of their goals were quality, but not annoying. Against Leyton Orient, no, what am I talking about? Against Crewe, again, things seem to be going just fine for us when Nathan Ecclestone put us in front. Unfortunately, Adam Webster's horrific own goal, and I mean one of those ones, levelled things up. No, sorry. They scored a penalty and then Webster's own goal, which I don't think was long after that, actually. Yeah, put them in front. We also got Kenneth McAvoy injured in this game very early on, which isn't good at all. Anthony Grant was sent off for Crewe, but in the end we just couldn't get past him, and that was such a disappointing result. Things have just not been going well for us this month. And then the Rotherham game, oh my god. This was such a shame. I'm gonna... That might tell you that they were dominant. let me just tell you this. In fact, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to join you in the highlights. I'm not actually going to show you the highlights. In fact, screw it. Let's show you the highlights. We'll see you guys in a sec. Right, I've decided not to actually show the full highlights in this because we do have a LiveCom as well, and I don't want the video to go on for too long. But look at this. All 3 clear-cut chances in this game were ours. They didn't have a single clear-cut chance out of all of these shots because they were just bashing them in from long range. Unfortunately, 2 of them actually went in. Like, they were scored from sort of here and here. And, oh, it was annoying as hell. We were so much better in terms of, like, creating our chances, getting in good positions. But we were very, very unlucky. And it just seems that this month has not been good for us. It's a shame, but it's one of those things that just happens. I've got to say, the game does feel a lot more stable than it did before. I mean, you're still going to get stuff like that, but that's just FM, isn't it? So yeah, we are up to today. I'm just going to quickly show you the squad so you can see who's actually managed to do anything for us this month, although I got to tell you, we've not really done a great deal, although there was still plenty of goals for us. It's just not as many as I'd have liked. So Marcus still actually has 6 goals, and he didn't play as many games in that month due to picking up little niggly injuries and missing games. So he has 6, and Wallace, McAvoy and Mantum have 3 each. As for assists, well, Wallace and Hanley again have 4 each, and Marcus has 3. He's doing well, providing a few goals. Player of the matches, we've still got no one that's standing out in front. As for the pass rating, Joe Partington has an 83% record, and that is good when he's coming. Although when Stories come off the bench, he's done pretty well linking out the play as well. Yellow cards, well, Partington has 3 now. No red cards, and best player overall is Jed Wallace. Would you be surprised at that? I think he's won Player of the Year in League One and now in League Two in the first year. Can he do it again this year? I genuinely think he's probably capable of when you look at the stats he's got already. I should also point out that in the summer, I managed to get new contracts for both Wallace and Watmore. I think what was it? Contract runs to 2018, but I managed to like they would not negotiate on that. Like it was locked out. So we've had to give him a raise, but I managed to negotiate in an extension clause. So both he and Jed Wallace have extension clauses in those contracts, so we can make them longer too, and that's important for me because I love those clauses that you can put in to trigger them, because for some reason they don't seem to notice when you slip those ones underneath, so that's good to have. And we will be getting into the game now. Right, so let's go to the match preview screen and we can see what's gonna go and happen. Let's see. So yeah, okay, here we go. They're playing a kind of 4-2-3-1 kind of system, but I'm not going to deviate from the tactics that we've been using specifically in any big way. We are dropping deeper now. We're not playing as wide. I've been told that that sometimes can leave you gaps in the defence, so we're going to leave that as it is. And yeah, we'll keep it very, very minimal, although we do like to play at quite a high tempo though. So that is about that. We're going to just leave it with those 7 instructions. Just do a quick pick, although it tends to be putting players where I don't want them anymore. So Marcus will start, although I'm pretty certain that I will be putting Mantum into that position. I know he's not completely there, but he is training that position, and I think the stats he's got are great for that position, so he's done okay when played in that role, and he's better than Wes Fogden. So, but Fogden is great. Oh, we've got Aurelio Gomez on a trial. Now, I thought that meant he could play in the league. It doesn't. It doesn't. And we can't afford his wages, so he's basically here for no apparent reason. Alex Bass is fit to play now, so that's good, but Paul Jones is not going to be back for quite some time. Now, sorry, I'm just trying to make a change in the midfield because I don't want to play Wes Fogden in there. We want... I'm going to say Danny Hollands. We've got James Dunn on the bench. Really? Eccleston? Oh yeah, Eccleston's going to play on the left today because he's better than Barcham at that role too. So that looks like a pretty decent lineup. Our back line is looking crazy good. I'm really, really liking those guys. They create a lot going forward, although at times at the back we have been caught out still, and I just cannot seem to find a way to fix that. I've changed the set piece instructions again to try and go for... Apparently zonal marking ideas work, so I've been trying those out, and we're going to see if that helps today. Anyway, let's get into the game against Charlton before this drags on for too long. So, as you can see... Oh yeah, I forgot to show the league table. We're in 8th place now. We've gone from top to 8th. But, you know, a win could still see us climb back into the playoff spots, and that is apparently where we're expected to get this season. So hopefully we can achieve that goal, and I really do think we're capable of it. We just need to stop having silly months like we did in the last... well, like we've had this month, basically, and try and concentrate on getting some wins. And we can start off with a good one against Charlton today, and this has to be... We need a strong performance from the lads, because things will not be going our way, and I want to make sure we don't lose this one. I want to get a win this month, because last month we were manager of the month, and I want to make sure that we can make that... Well, not make that 2 months in a row, but I certainly don't want to go from best to worst in a month. Right, no point in commentating on this stuff yet because now is actually going to happen. These highlights never have anything, although we have scored some early goals. Right, there we go. Now let's get into the actual game. Hopefully we can get a bit more of the ball. They've had a lot of it in the first 5 minutes. Knocked up to Marcus, but he's got 3 players around him. It's going to be won by Partington, who whips it out wide to Eccleston. He could run into that gap, maybe not. Drops it back into Danny Hollins. Hollins, he's going to lose the ball at this rate. Partington, why is my fullback not getting a bit further forward? Maloney, Hollins. Right, now Maloney's made the run when it was not making any difference. Manton, oh, he's at the post. Or the bar. That was a good chance. Again, early chances for us have been our bread and butter so far this season, and we've missed that one, and I just worry that that's going to come back and bite us. A lot of shots going in, but no actual shots on target. I tell you what, Charlton are having quite a few shots now, right? Only really threatening from long range. Well, that's fine. I don't mind if they're only threatening from long range as well. Right, we've got the ball back again. Here we go. Maloney into Danny Hollins. If he can sweep it out left. Oh, Manton. Oh, he's hit the post again. Eccleston this time with the shot going cannoning back off the post. That's twice now in that position in this game. We should be 2-0 up because of that. Charlton have had a few shots, but they've not created any sort of highlightable chances. We've had 2. We're getting a lot more possession now though, but we need to be more. I'm going to turn it on to work ball into box because I find sometimes that stops them from shooting from long range, and that is something we do need to do a little bit more. We've got enough possession, so maybe we can make that count a little bit if we work it a bit more. So 0-0 at half-time. We've had 2 golden opportunities, not apparently clear-cut, but they look pretty good to me. And we've managed to hit the post or bar with both of them, and that is unacceptable. Right then, let's see what we can do in this second period. I'll wait till sort of 65 minutes to make some substitutions, depending on how the game's going at that point. I really think we need to come up with a win here. Otherwise, we could just end up slumping back down the league again, and I cannot be dealing with that. Right, let's close Luke Garbart down. Is this us or that? It's us. All right, good. Out to Manton. And back out to Wallace. If we can get a good ball in here. It's saved. Oh, that looks like, was that offside? Was that offside? Was that offside? Was that offside? No, it wasn't. Nathan Eccleston. Pompey 1, Charlton 0. Get in there. Sorry about that. I have no idea where that came from. Wallace as well here drops a lovely ball, and it's a good attempt there from Marcus. Well saved, but Nathan Eccleston popping up, and I think he's going to be a worthwhile signing. He's a great utility frontman for us. He can play all across the front line, and he's going to be very, very useful for us this season. Ah, that's unlucky. Right. Webster's picked up a knock. That's annoying. He and Watmore have been superb as our centre-back partnership. We're going to have to go into the proper tactics because we're a little bit lacking a centre-back. So luckily Joe Partington can actually play the role. We're going to need another midfielder. James Dunn, I think. Glenn Close is not, I don't know, he's just not looking quite as good these days. Yeah, that'll have to do, unless I could swap those two. I think that actually works slightly better for their roles. Anyway, let's carry on here. That's annoying. That's our first substitution. Forced our hand on it a little bit, which is a little bit of a shame. Let's just see how we do here. I'm just going to hold off a little bit longer to make any more because I don't want to. Usually when there's one injury in a game, you tend to find they come in 3s. So we're just going to make one more sub here. What have we? We're lacking options on the bench at the moment due to injuries and stuff. So let's. Manson's not had a good game in there. Let's put on Story. He can play that role. He has done it for us before, and I just want to see if he can do it again. We are a goal up here against Charlton, and I don't want to overdo things a little bit. Now, here's something I've noticed. Why do you only get the time waste instruction? When do you get the choice to have that? Like, it appears sometimes, but then sometimes it doesn't, and I've not seemed to figure out why that happens. Is it because I've got certain tactics on, or is it because I'm on counter-attack? I don't know. Like, why do sometimes you get the time waste instruction and other times you can't get it? Is it? I've tried it like late in the game, like later than this, and you can't get it. I've tried it when you've got more goals in front. I don't understand. Is it because when you're away from home? I'm really not sure. Like, if anyone knows why that doesn't always appear for me, or is it just with everyone, obviously, then let me know in the comments. 10 minutes to go. Should we shut up shop? Because they're going to probably try and come at us. But we're on a counter-attacking style anyway. We're not set to look for the overlap. I might mark them a little tighter, but I'm not going to try and we might just go back to some long-range efforts for the last bit. I don't want to go to contain, because sometimes contain can just invite the pressure, and I'd rather have a little bit of an attacking threat just in case, because if they are going to come at us, we're going to win the ball from them at some point in the last 7 minutes of this game, so I want to make sure that we've actually got an outlet, otherwise we could get ourselves massively caught. That's the great thing about the counter-attacking style. Why is it taking so... Have you noticed this as well? Sometimes a tactical change, a really simple one, will take absolutely ages to actually have any effect on the game. Like, it will just sit on this screen, say, making tactical changes for ages. I've noticed this one quite a lot lately. Right, there we go. Christ, that took a while. 4 minutes to go. Can that Nathan Eccleston rebounded goal be the winner for us here? Oh, Wallace, go on. Oh, well done, son. 2-0 to Portsmouth. Jed Wallace with another goal. He's got to be a shoo-in for player of the season again this season. If he carries on playing like this, he's got one hell of a free kick on him. Not the best height. It was a good height, but the keeper just couldn't get there. And, well, I think, on the balance of things, we probably do deserve it just because we have created, the one clear-cut chance that we did. But we've taken the chances, so that's the key for us here. And that is it. Portsmouth 2, Charlton 0. Not exactly a humdinger of an affair, but credit where credit's due, and we are up to 5th in the league now. But unfortunately, there's a little bit of a gap appearing between us and the teams above us. And we are in a very, very tight clump that could drop all the way down to 15th with things going against you. That is so fucking tight down there. It's like a duck's arse. We are going to have to get some good wins together if we're going to try and catch up with that leading pack of teams, basically. So, I mean, look at the teams we've lost to this season so far. Rotherham, we lost to. Crewe, we lost to. Mansfield, we lost to. So that gives you some idea. But Bristol City, we beat them in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. So there's that. We can always rest our hats on that one. But the point is, we've got to win in a LiveCom, and that's our second LiveCom win in the year. And you will notice there that project completion, improved youth facilities, has also been completed. I might have to talk to the board about making them even better. Oh, I apologise, I'm a little bit gassy. I just ate a pizza. Right, so yeah, that is where that leaves us in the league. Let's just see what games we've got in the next episode coming up. We've got Preston. Oh, that's a busy month. That is a busy month. So Preston away, Millwall away in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, which is going to be tough. Rochdale at home. Preston away is going to be toughy. Millwall's always tough. Rochdale at home, got to be winnable. Plymouth away, again, winnable. Shrewsbury at home, winnable. Yeovil away, tough. Colchester at home, probably winnable. So a slightly easier month, and hopefully if we can get it back and get some good wins this month, we can push ourselves back into contention, or at least put a little bit of a gap between us and dropping out of the playoff spots, which is where we need to be this year. Anyway, if you guys have been enjoying this series, which I really hope you have done, because I'm getting really stoked about this year, and this should be hopefully the year that we get ourselves up into the championship. And if you guys have been liking it, please feel free to drop a like on the video. And if you liked it even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more cool stuff like this every day in your inbox. Now, also, again, I've been running that trial, pushing the St. Pauli video slightly later in the day. Because I found that, I don't know how you guys actually watch my videos. It's hard to tell from my analytics, whether it's be that you actually get the update emails or whether you just look on the homepage and see what's there. I know for a fact that what I do when I'm on YouTube is when I subscribe to a channel, I click the little settings thing when I subscribe and I say send me updates. That way I get an email when people I subscribe to actually upload videos, so that way it doesn't matter what time they upload them and I don't miss them. So if you want to do that, then cool, feel free to do that. There's, you know how to do it. It's in the subscribe settings on my channel page. But I thought that a lot of people might miss the St. Pauli one if they were at work or at school or whatever, so I wanted to push it a little bit further back. If it doesn't really make any difference and you guys just aren't as interested in that series, which is fair enough, then I will move it back probably, or I don't know, we'll just have to see what works. So yeah, if you guys have liked what we've seen, please feel free to drop a like on the video. If you liked it even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more yummy goodness, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.